So they're into the grand final with Extreme and Magma, a big grand final for them, and Extreme Gaming, a redemption for them as they lost their first grand final against Aster. So maybe this time they can put the hurt on and
let me throw some knowledge at you,
victory.
Pickup.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So there's two things Extreme Gaming has on Magma. They only lost 2 games. Magma lost 3. So Extreme Gaming is better in that regard, and they also beat them in the upper bracket final. However, they're coming from the lower bracket with momentum.
And
you know what that means? They're gonna punch them and they're gonna rip them.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Basically,
maybe
Magma's gonna win 1 game and then they're gonna lose.
And they're gonna lose all 3. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they do have momentum, but they also have about 2.5 hours of gameplay already with those 3 games. So, might be a little bit tough to keep the energy going, but we'll have to see. We're going to get into the first game draft of this grand final. We've got Queen of Pain, Pangolier, banned out by Extreme Gaming. They are not letting Dust touch this hero, I would assume, the entire series.
Unless something goes really wrong that causes them like even more problems, like a Huskar.
If a Huskar gets picked, yeah, sure.
All right, so first pick what? We have Weaver, we have Spirit Breaker, we have Ember Spirit, we have Death Prophet.
For tank, Weaver, right here. And then Rubik for Magma.
5 seconds remaining.
That's what I'm calling right now. And I'm going to be spot on. This time,
you are...
finally, grand final, I'm going to be on it.
You are... Well, we'll have to take a longer break here.
They're using a lot of time. A lot of time. For just this first pick. Are they?
How has your breakfast been?
I don't have breakfast yet. After.
Oh, nice.
After
what do you do in your break?
Sat down, listened to some John Lennon, and then got
no breakfast?
A little bit more coffee, and didn't have breakfast yet.
Did it disconnect?
Mm-mm. I checked. At least I thought I checked. It's all a bait. It's all
you are wrong.
Not right.
Wrong. Do you know Dr. Cox from Scrubs?
Yes.
Radiant team
I'm sure you know the infamous wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah. So
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, I know it. Templar Assassin first for Team Magma. They've been putting it on Dust the last 2 games, but also, I believe, had 1 game where it was in the safe lane, and then you've got the Shadow Demon picked up as the second pick. So, we go Shadow Demon, and of course, well, the trade is that they give up the Jakiro. Speaking TA in the first phase, that allows them to go to the Jakiro, and that is already trouble for Templar Assassin.
Good answer. Okay. I'm going to ask a Twitch chat question here. Okay, we are interactive, and we are learning a lot together.
Always.
Why did they pick Shadow Demon against Death Prophet? You have 5 seconds to answer before I give you the answer.
5 seconds, chat. 5, 4, 3, who knows it? Oh, that guy knew it. I have no idea.
1. Okay, the answer is Death Prophet always buys Zeal Scepter to prolong her death and potentially get some Spirit Siphon HP back. But you can't do that when you get Shadow Demon purged. It's a hard counter, because the hard counter. They spoke about it in the locker room. They picked it.
Radiant team.
Yeah. Sure. I'll be there in 5 minutes in chat when we figure out if anybody said that.
Knew it?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Over to the Ember, the Medusa from Extreme's bans, and then the Bat Rider, because they don't want TA to have 0 game. Although We saw TA once upon a time go up against a Jakiro and a Batrider, and, well, it won. Counters don't always mean the end of the game.
They don't. That doesn't mean that your game is not going to be fun. At the beginning, at least. How about a Jakiro Huskar lane, though, for TA? Like, you literally can't lane at level 1. What do you do?
Radiant team ban.
And why is nobody picking Huskar? I don't understand it. Like, did the people not get the memo?
No. Nobody gets a memo on Huskar.
It's absurd.
You know that.
You're absurd, BCOP.
I know that.
10 seconds remaining.
You lowly tarnished.
5 seconds remaining.
Tarnished.
I'll snuff out thy flame.
Flame.
Radiant team pick.
Phantom Assassin banned out.
Yeah. Lose best hero, probably, right?
Definitely is go-to more often than not. And we have talked about how Ricky and Neff were talking about how he played it a lot in the Division 2. But he's going to be forced to go to something else. Ogre Magi, we've seen some success. Maybe they could get the
Slardar
lockdown.
Viper.
Slardar, yeah. Slardar Viper could come out. Taking a look at Lou's Dota buff real quick. Phantom Assassin is his most played hero, of course. He doesn't have many games that are showing here. 12 games on the Phantom Assassin, 75% win rate.
5 seconds
Not
remaining.
shabby at all.
His TA, I find this insane. His TA has 5 wins, 100% win rate. 5 games, 100% win rate. And over those 5 games has maintained a 29.5 KDA.
Alright, it's pretty good.
Which means, I guess, okay, so he had 2 games in this event where he had a total of 3 deaths. I don't know if is that right? I guess he gets a lot of assists. So he went 5-1 and 16, 14-2 and 16, 5-1 and 11, 10-0, 14, and 18-0-9 in those 5 games.
5 seconds.
Yeah, we know that he plays well when he's ahead. But the biggest question will always be, can you play from behind?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what separates the absolute top players from just good players.
So by the way,
question so far has been
Weaver.
No.
I called it. It just happened later.
Yeah. What's the next one then?
Mid-death profit for paparazzi, or could be awful. But oh boy, Mars is banned. Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
I don't know. Beastmaster. I wouldn't have guessed that. It's gonna flat out say I had no chance.
Same.
I had 0 shot.
Agreed. Never even came to mind.
Zoo meta. It's back.
Yeah. DP Jakiro Beast. That's some push over there. Are they gonna go into the Slardar? Doesn't look very great against this draft at all, to be honest. So probably don't want to do that. Instead, you could go into
Dire team ban.
Admiral Kunkka.
Oh, Kunkka.
a Kunkka.
Admiral Kunkka.
Admiral Kunkka here. Now that's pretty good against push. Gives you easy setup, which is what they were lacking. I like the pick. I like Kunkka in general.
Yeah. Same.
5 seconds.
It gives them more
DP
control.
owns all these heroes.
Radiant team ban.
It does, but we'll see, because you do have a lot of control for Death Prophet, right? You can disrupt into the Torrent, X, Fire Blast. If they get another stun on their potential mid or off laner,
10 seconds remaining.
we'll have to see.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
You are very right.
Tiny's made it all, by the way.
Tiny's been ignored. Spirit Breaker's been ignored.
You could go mid Kunkka, safe lane, Templar Assassin, and go Spirit Breaker if it makes it all the way through.
You could. It's not bad at all. The ban Sand King, really? Didn't they watch his last game?
Dire team ban.
Steeler ban. I would assume they banned the Tiny. Although, do they think they can beat it? They did just beat Monet on it.
Tiny looks really good though with Extreme's draft.
Yeah. They have control from the Primal Roar and the Ice Path. It would be nice if they got another stun. I think they desperately need a little bit more lockdown. They could just go Weaver safe lane too. And then you pick up a different 5 or 4.
You could, but
the Weaver safe lane gets
nothing
caught.
screams like it's great at me right now. So, and Tiny's good. I think Terrorblade is pretty good as well. Troll Warlord is decent. Lanes very well against the Kunkka. Lanes very well against most offlaners, really.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm going to say either Tiny or they're going to keep the Weaver there. Those are my 2 options.
I want to say Tiny or Troll.
Troll's very kiteable with this lineup, though.
Radiant team pick.
Naga Siren. Oh, wow. Yeah, I completely forgot how strong Naga's felt.
We lost.
Yep. It happens.
All right, last pick. Lesh, let's go. Oh, Pagna, dude, is so good here. You can kill all illusions instantly.
10 seconds remaining.
When will they appease Black? Give them the Pugna.
Dude, Pagna is such a dust hero, though. Just pick it. You put down your ward. Here's what happens, okay? You buy a shard, you put down a ward, you life drain the ward, and the illusions are all dead. Simple enough, no?
Yeah,
literally the entire hero is gone. The illusions are all dead.
Do you still go Huskar?
No, you go Pagna.
What about Ogre carry?
It's good with the Fire Blast talent, but 25 is a long way off. That's the problem.
I'm just trying to upset you as much as I can with my horrible suggestions.
Just pick Pagna, please. You're already thinking so much, might as well just do it.
I agree. Why not? Just go Pugna.
Especially in the BO5, test it out, see how good it is, and then pick it every game and win with it. And 3-0 Extreme with it, Pagna every game. Ridiculous!
Brewmaster's not bad, though.
It's
it
not
gives
bad.
them more control. Again.
Man. Whatever. I don't care who wins anymore.
Can't be so upset about a decent pick like that.
I'm gonna say Extreme Gaming wins. You had the chance to win, Magma. Just needed to pick the Pagna. Didn't do it. All right. Moving on with life. Bye.
As you should.
Okay. Apparently, I'm getting bullied by production too.
Brewmaster. This well, you're doing it to yourself. I think they're in the right. See, you look so much better with the lights on. There you go.
You're lucky I wear my glasses. You can't see how upset I am.
At who? Me or them?
Everyone. Magma, production, B-Cop.
Yeah.
Where's my cat? He's not here. I'm mad at him too now. GG.
Yeah. Luckily, you're not big with the expletives. Otherwise, I'd have to get and have to make sure I can censor you. But
you can't do that. You can't censor me.
I can't. It's not my job to. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. You say some bad words. I just want to not get the audience too upset. And well, let's see. Extreme, Magma. Is this the final you were expecting? Probably not. But game 1, and it's game 1 of a BO5. We're gonna get right on into it. Magma against Extreme. Ready to go. Ready to go, boy.
Prepare for battle.
Just a little hype. Right?
How? I don't know what he said before that, so I cannot tell you. Why would you say good luck?
Well,
Oh my god, they did it back.
Lively now. Your admiral is
I was gonna
on
say
board.
Extreme Game 1, but they set it back. So
Why would you ever say it back?
that's what you have to ask them. Can you ask them?
What am I asking?
If why would you say good luck back?
Yeah, but who am I asking? Extreme?
Seconds to battle.
I don't know.
Might be a little rude, perhaps.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask it. Just don't.
Should I say good luck at fun teams in chat?
No. Don't do it.
But we always do it on lobby.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
Oh wow, look at Biko. He's such a...
I'm not saying
an alpha
anything. I mean,
male.
I just
Wow.
I don't do it. I don't say good luck.
Such an alpha male, ladies and gentlemen.
I say it in my pub games, not my casting games.
TZY needs to practice that clicking.
Yeah, definitely needs to.
Did you ever do one of those how many words per minute can you write kind of things?
Yeah, I don't remember my number, so don't ask, but it was above average at the time. But it was a really long time ago. It was when I was much younger, much quicker.
Dude, I was in like the
not,
top...
not so young anymore.
I was like in the top 2% and I knew I was really good at it, right? So I challenged the cost to a little... Oh, tank! Has a healing self. He's fine. We're good.
Hey, he's fine. He TP's into the tier 1 tower. He's A-okay.
After I knew how good I was, I challenged the cost, and he was like mind blown how I'm so fast. And he tried super hard to do it too, and like 500 mistakes.
Dire's courier has been
'Cause I like to rub it in that I'm great, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Losing his magic stick. Courier
Oh,
going down, and that eats it to Mercy. Mercy, who is very important on winning these games for them with the Monkey King, especially that game 3 in the last series.
yeah, except when he's on Mirana.
Yeah, the
Then he
Mirana.
tries to be carrying
Yeah, then he tries to carry it up. But here on the Shadow Demon, you're giving Mercy the 4 priority. Could see potentially the Ags come out, get the 3 charges on the Demonic Purge.
Potentially.
Could be a lot of Ags gaming.
Yeah, Axe isn't this great this game though. There's not really anything to break. And the only purge you really need is against the Death Prophet so he can't Yule herself. Which, honestly, he might not even go Yules because of that.
We'll have to see what they do, in fact, want to go for.
Tank with Mercy.
Kaz just throwing the
careful.
Ignite forward. Trying to do as much damage as he can.
Oh, we didn't actually speak about it. It's a safe lane Kunkka.
Yeah, it ends up being the safe lane Kunkka and the mid Templar Assassin. Dust back on the TA and Bai on the Kunkka, which I kind of thought it might have been an off-lane Kunkka, but then obviously the Brewmaster got picked up. TZ picks that one out, and they don't go to the mid Kunkka instead of the mid TA.
Yeah, overall I would say better matchups. So it makes sense. Of course you have the versatility when you pick those two, so want to use it as much as possible as well.
And again, we see Brewmaster, and this time another build being done here for TZ. So TZ goes 2 into the Thunderclap and 1 into the Cinder Brew. Meanwhile, Mercy kills himself to neutrals, I believe, trying to maybe stack there. I don't know if he was looking for full health, full mana. He had half his mana remaining, but that is the way one is going to die to start.
Yeah. So respawn timer is what, like 24 seconds? Pretty long.
It's a while, that's for sure. We've seen Paparazzi
Press
have a
1
couple
if
good games
worth.
on this Death Prophet. Yeah, I don't know. 2 if not worth in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Paparazzi has been playing really well in the Death Prophet. Was one of my go-to heroes too when I was just lazy. Because it's a pretty simple hero, right? You just press ult, you run in, you spirit siphon people. You're like, yeah.
Tank moving over with Paparazzi, but they've got Mercy and Dust coming in. Some Shadow Poison, some Spirit Siphon. Back and forth. They've got a third hero in DY with a Dual Breath onto Dust and the Liquid Fire, so that sends him packing. He can't really go much further for this, but it is Mercy who does pick up that Water Rune, taking it away from the hands of Paparazzi. So his bottle will stay unfilled, but he does get the salve coming over from the Jakiro.
Yeah, Tia also got one from the Ogre, so they're even now.
Kaz is just looking to throw a Fire Blast and Ignite out at Paparazzi, running like an Ogre does right at the enemy team.
Yeah, Paparazzi is doing very well for himself, though. All the cores of Extreme are doing really well. Slightly behind on Magma, but nothing that is like really game-breaking or too important in this early laning stage.
How long do you think we're waiting for a first blood?
It's gonna happen bottom, probably. But when? I'm not entirely sure. Beast is giga tanky with the helm. Kunkka has a helm. Jakiro 800 health. Ogre 800 health. Yeah, good luck. Maybe it might actually happen in mid lane when DP 6.
Yeah, TA not going to be too aggressive
up
with the 6. He's still looking to maybe farm up some stacks. There are a couple stacks made for him. He just spot Tank, so Tank will Shikuchi away. And Tank spots these stacks, so maybe they're going to go that way. Exorcism push Dust out of the mid lane and force a fight over by the stacks if they want to try and take him away. That could be a little bit dangerous. The response is proper from Magma as they're looking to get TZ into that level 6 as quick as possible. And just strictly farming because there hasn't been first blood. It's a 1k lead right now for Extreme Gaming.
Yeah, especially in mid lane. Going super well for them. Is Mercy alright? No boots on him.
No boots, but far enough away, and they will spot the trap. So Dust is out. Is there with level 6. Ooh, Tank trying to get a courier. He will.
Has been killed.
Comes over with the Shikuchi to finish it off. Mercy already got his items delivered, and DY moving forward again. They're trying to trade on this Sentry, and they do. And they've got the Swarm out on a Mercy. He's only level 3. The Liquid Fire. Tank could go under the tower if he wants to, and that's exactly what he's going to do with the Shikuchi. But he gets caught via the disruption. Now they've got the Fire Blast, the damage out, but the 2-man Ice Path keeps Tank safe. 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison, looking for a 4th. Doesn't hit it, so he survives. But still landing more and more Shadow Poison, trying to make sure that they're able to kill off this Weaver.
They'll just ignite as well. So he's going to be just fine. Paparazzi going back to base, and maybe he wants to look for a rotation bot lane. Is B6 yet? Close. Bunch more creeps will do it. And then I could potentially look to kill the Kunkka.
Yeah, Bai actually hits it first.
And he's back middle.
They've got 3 heroes just sitting mid. It feels like a 3-on-3 the entire time. This has not been the easiest of mid lanes for these guys. But Dust level 7, Paparazzi level 6.
Delete the mid lane.
Yeah.
Make it a jungle lane.
That's what he's hoping for. They're going to look to go
Paparazzi.
out on a Paparazzi. Yeah, he just TP'd here, so it's going to be a long walk if he doesn't survive this.
He's hitting a lot, though.
And now they've got the Spirit Siphon. Exorcism, 1 kill, 2
double
kills
kill
for Paparazzi. It's first blood. It's a double kill. TZ comes over well too late. And it's an amazing Ice Path from DY to lock up both heroes and give Paparazzi an opportunity to lock these heroes down and get these kills.
Alright, so it did end up happening in the mid lane. Gets an illusion rune for all his trouble.
Because it's 3v3.
Alright, that's gonna really catapult the gold of the DP. Look at the difference now between him and the TA.
You get the first blood and you get a double kill.
The problem is TA is really like your winning condition, and that he's suffering right now is not good for Magma.
What are you really expecting here from the Kunkka? Because he's going into the armlet. I don't think he's going to be too effective for another item or even 2. And then Naga Siren, Lou's just been farming pretty freely, going into the Manta style, right off treads.
I mean, Kunkka can definitely snowball, like early levels, high level and X mark, get a lot of kills going. Oh, DY, bye-bye.
Primal Split has the control, does have the Storm Panda ready to control him if need be with the Cyclone. He actually doesn't use it, so now under the tier 1 tower, well, you know, we'll use the Dispel Magic and as well as that Wind Walk, and then never actually gets the Cyclone out.
Yeah, I mean, you end up killing a +5. I don't think XTREME is too unhappy with this. Naga and DP are still free farming completely.
And they've got the Yasha finished off on Lu.
Yeah. He's big. Very big. And the matchup with the Naga Siren as TA is horrible anyways.
Just trying to clean up some Ancients here with this 4-stack, I believe.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
We'll try to pump up that net worth. As you can see, TA not that high.
He will be after
Middle
the
of the
stack though.
pack. Dome's coming through for both the Weaver of Tank and the Shadow Demon of Mercy. Mercy would love to have that level 6, get the Demonic Purge out and make something happen, but so far it really hasn't done much, and he's saving his gold for now with just boots and about 500-600 gold left over. TZ, no Primal Split for 50 seconds. He's been caught by the Ensnare. They've got themselves the Exorcism. They're going to chase onto the Brewmaster and get this kill pretty easily. Disruption just not going to do anything, and DY thinking about going into an Ice Path. Won't reach onto Mercy. They're hit onto the tier 1, so it forces the Glyph. TA still trying to farm. They'll bring over Kaz. There aren't many answers here for Magma. While Kunkka's taking the tier 1 over top, so he won't get involved. They won't have the X. They won't have the Ghost Ship to go for this.
Radiant's middle tower.
And I was on the back of an Arcane Rune Exorcism, so just 70 seconds downtime.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
While all the level is pressuring the middle a lot with the Skeletons. Ends up losing them, or maybe even the Dominator Creep.
Under attack.
Yeah. Doesn't get the gold on Brewmaster though. So dealt about 800 damage to the bot tower, not bad. While Naga is literally just farming half the map.
They went to the Primal Split. They're going to try and catch Old 11. The Ice Path comes down to the Shadow Demon as well as the Macro Pyre. They have the control on Old 11, but now DY forcing Mercy to disrupt himself. Not only that, but he throws the Demonic Purge at this Jakiro, who just TPs away. Cyclone comes in. There's the song in from Lu. They used the Primal Roar already, but they have the control coming out of the Kunkka with Paparazzi coming over. He's got Exorcism in 22 seconds. If they continue to try and force a fight, this could be very problematic for Magma. And instead, both teams just kind of break off, and they have Exorcism in just 10 seconds. So having Exorcism in 10 seconds, this is more push potential here for Extreme Gaming. It does push the Naga over into the bottom lane, who's trying to finish off the Manta and needs that ulti orb. But Lu doesn't mind, as he's been farming pretty much the entirety of the Dire side of the map.
Yeah, I love how they're bailing each other out right now. They're playing very well together, Extreme Gaming is.
They really want this Ags for TZ, but he's also got the Blink Dagger queued up. We've seen Brewmasters kind of make the mistake of going into the Blink Dagger first when I think they need the Ags. They've got themselves the Ghost Ship out on Old 11. They're trying to get the control and kill off Beastmaster. They take him out, Baiyi gets credit for the kill. Paparazzi and Tanker here with the Shikuchi thinking about going in, but already turning around his Paparazzi back towards mid as he's got this haste. And it's very easy for him to get back into the lane and continue to farm and still look for an objective with that Exorcism. Meanwhile, DY caught. Meld Strike comes in. Dust avoids the Ice Path, and they'll get the kill out onto the Jakiro. Dust getting credit for that one. His net worth is starting to get up there. He's now second on the net worth as he was sitting middle of the pack before. Dragonlance and then into the Desolator is the idea for the Templar Assassin.
The only counter they have, unfortunately, to Naga is going to be that Dispel at some point, and if they can't line it up perfectly and these illusions are just sticking on them, it's going to be very hard for them to team fight. But if they can Dispel them, then Naga is also just going to be pretty useless, honestly.
Yeah.
So the team fights are going to come down a lot to TZY and his control.
Nice path through. Not landing on anything, but TZ showing up. He's got the Midas. Okay, so Midas Again, I'd really like to see him go to the Ags as that first item. That first big item after the Midas. We've seen it do so much, having those double charges, having the ability to cancel at any time. It just makes it feel so much better in terms of having that control for the side of Magma, and we'll see what they do as he starts to accumulate this gold. They do have a double damage on Bai, and they move down towards bottom, but nobody's here on Extreme. Got Naga Illusions cleaning up the triangle, and Lu setting up over mid, potentially going forward with the Exorcism of Paparazzi.
Who's looking to go into Lotus Orb
Radiant's
first
bottom
item?
tower is under attack.
Okay, very interesting. So just trying to tank up. Got the Hood, just going for the Lotus, and probably BKB afterwards. I like that build. You want to forego the Yules for sure. I just spoke about the Shadow Demon thing. Helm of the Overlord, just 600 gold away from that. That's another big power spike.
So Mercy's going to start this off with the Demonic Purge. Goes after DY. Acropire down on the steps. A little bit of a choke point, but Kaz turns around and throws the Fire Blast out. They've got themselves the Disruption. That's through onto Tank, who's trying to come over and get the kill on Kaz, which he will. They do finish off DY, and now Tank moving forward onto Mercy. Meanwhile, Primal Roar, Ghost Ship, trying to keep himself alive. Bai looks over at Paparazzi, who's got the Exorcism going, and they cannot get this kill out on a Paparazzi. Paparazzi's going to finish off the Kunkka instead. Tank falls to Dust. Dust coming over with the damage, throws down a trap, slowing up Paparazzi. Mercy, not a lot of health to work with. They've got Lu coming in, going after TZ. TZ trying to run away, but he is in a lot of trouble. They get the kill onto the Brewmaster. They look over at Dust, and now they've got the song, the slow. Will he catch up? The song of the Siren is not into his ears. He's got earplugs in and will make sure he walks away.
Yeah, didn't skill level 2, it's only level 1 song. So the radius is a little bit too small. Interesting decision there to not actually skill the song. But yeah, still good fight for Extreme. Now it's time to back off, wait for the cooldowns. They have an Arcane Rune for the next fight as well.
Yeah.
Paparazzi owning again.
On this Death Prophet. But at the same time, Dust has skirted away a couple times and continues to boost and bolster that net worth and gets into the Desolator, which is that damage item. And that Midas armor that they might need to start to make things happen, especially with Bai about to get to this BKB. So he'll have the magic
Paparazzi
to work with.
Already into the Lotus Orb. So he has the plus 10 armor. Should be feeling pretty comfortable at the state he's in right now.
Right.
We have to see. He's probably going to go BKB Shivas straight after. Ooh, KZ. You're gone, my friend.
Caught. Lose here. They just have more than enough damage. With 3 heroes around them, around him from Extreme Gaming, it makes it very easy. And Lu really hasn't been dealt with at all. He's kind of just doing his own thing. He's 1-0-2. You've got Paparazzi 4-0-2. You haven't taken out either the 1 or the 2 yet at all.
Yeah. Also, as you saw, Naga Siren's single target damage this patch is very explosive. So in the mid game, if you ever caught alone, you are probably just going to die. Going into the Skadi on the Siren.
Just going into the BKB.
350. Time to do math again.
Feels like TZ's item progression really hasn't gone anywhere. I know he's going for the Ags, but he's got this Midas, and his net worth hasn't exactly gone up too quickly. Paparazzi is moving over with ult 11 to go to the Primal Split very early. There's 4 heroes here from Extreme Gaming. I don't think TZ wants to go into this. They at least get some gold. It's 250 going the way of the Kunkka from that Home of the Overlord Ancient Creed, but that's not really the exact play you want to be making if you're the side of Magma, because now you've got Primal Split on cooldown for another 2 minutes.
Yeah. Trying to use it as an initiation tool.
Yeah.
I would have used it maybe after you get an X mark off, but using it like that is very risky. This time doesn't pay off at all.
I guess it opens and buys some time for Dust to get that BKB. They want the Silver Edge on the Kunkka, so that item's going to be the big one where he can start to maybe output some significant damage onto the side of Extreme, but Extreme right now, they've done a good job of just leaving Magma to try and get something and have their hands come out empty every single time. Orchid on the tank too now. So we've seen these Weavers farm very well. He's sitting bottom half of the net worth, but for the support, he's at the top. And he's up 1,100 gold on the Shadow Demon of Mercy. He's trying to get into a Blink Dagger as well as a Shard. Do I get stunned?
Jakiro,
but Kaz no multicast.
Yeah. Even if it did. Doesn't
Fake
really matter.
Jakiro against Jakiro. I love this cosmetic. They look the same, don't they?
Sort of. Not really.
Disruption, and well, now there's a problem. Lou gets right on top of Mercy, kills off the Shadow Demon. There's nothing that they can do about that one. Again, no primal split for another 28 seconds. Dust, he's maintaining his position on the mid lane, but probably want to see him trying to get out there and farm. We've got the silence out on Bai, when now with the Bloodlust, trying to help Kunkka run. But you've got Kaz in some trouble, and by in some trouble, I mean he's dead on his screen already. He's going to be dead for 30 seconds. Lou now on a killing spree. 4,000 net worth lead here for the side of Extreme Gaming, and they'll go into Roche. Paparazzi does have the Exorcism if they want to use it, and they will. Try to secure this Aegis as quickly as possible.
Yeah, minus armor coming in from Renaga too. Super easy. And with the Overload as well. Had to use the Exorcism at least, so there's some sort of timing for Magma, but they're really gonna start doing something soon. Because again, they're just letting it happen.
Yeah, they are.
They let the Naga farm. DP's kind of out of control also. You gotta get something on the board soon. He went for the blink first on the brew. Oh no, he was already struggling in the net worth. Really don't like the decision.
They're gonna
he
try
gets all up on brew.
Yeah, he doesn't get the primal split off, and well, they've got the Lotus Orb that's bouncing around a lot. They go to the Song, they're trying to get the kill here with the BKBB pop by Kunkka. They get the kill on a Paparazzi, they'll take away his spree. Song not gonna do enough.
X mark the
now
Naga
they've got the X on Lou, who's got an Aegis to work with, but no Song. They go to the primal split now. TZ is gonna try and help him get this control. They've got the Cyclone out onto the Beastmaster. Meanwhile, BKB's been popped by Dust. The damage coming out from the TA. They look to go get the Torrent, but, well, it never lands on its target. They've got themselves the Dual Breath. They have the stun coming through out onto this Naga Siren. Macropyre, not enough of a deterrent. They finally get the kill on a Mercy. It's Tank who gets credit for that one, who's going to the back lines to try and finish off these heroes. Torrent doesn't land. He's got the Orchid onto the Kunkka. Kunkka trying to stand his ground, and Tank, the time lapse. He kills off Yi, gets a kill on the Kaz, and now all of a sudden he's got a triple kill before going down. Working wonders on this Weaver.
Managed to salvage that fight. Like, it looked terrible for Extreme Gaming. Get 2 kills at the back end of it, thanks to Tank. But they just used Exorcism to Roche. You gotta expect Magma to take a team fight like that.
Yeah.
They weren't ready at all. Lou tried to save his teammate Paparazzi, put himself into a really awkward spot, and died twice. So be really careful. You're still sitting at a pretty good lead, but you could have used that Aegis to catapult that lead even further. So good job to Magma, doing some damage control. Brewmaster, if he gets ensnared bottom, he is in big trouble. Can he react fast enough? Yes.
So, 4K lead, now kind of edging on a 5K lead. And we'll see, can Extreme just kind of, I guess, close the door, right?
It's gonna be a while until they finish the game, probably. Just want to kind of suffocate them.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They have DP ult again, so they can look for a better team fight this time around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Moving over.
Dire's middle tower is
Tank
under
trying to
attack.
find the information they need to go in and fight this.
Double damage.
Four-man smoke. Oh, they thought it's a real Naga because Tank was in the trees.
Oh, Oh, Primal Split gets used and they get baited a little bit, but they do get the kill there on a tank. At least they get that. Would have felt really bad if they got nothing out of it.
Yeah,
Radiant's middle
agree.
tower is under attack.
he's just going too hard on the Naga, so he just wants to make sure that his illusions are not dispellable. You need about 2.7k HP so they don't die instantly.
Gee, top of the net worth. You think Dust is doing enough here? We're looking.
It's hard to say because his TA has a lot of really bad matchups. Like the Roar owns you, Death Prophet Exorcism is really strong against you, and so is the Naga Siren. I mean, their first phase is TA, so they obviously knew that he's gonna get countered.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna play these team fights. They will have to kite a lot with the Brewmaster. He still needs 1400 for his axe though. And if TA is ever singled out with BKB on, he's just dead because he can't get disrupted. So it's going to be a little bit of a game that the Shadow Demon and the TA will play.
Blue going for the most part untouched until that death over mid. But going into the heart, trying to farm, and to Scotty. In a decent spot right now.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that hard too much. Like, he's just going all in HP. Maybe something more offensive, like an Axe Scepter would be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you have something to work with against that BKB as well. Sure, you have the Roar, but being able to net magic immune units is super good. Also the Kunkka.
Still looking to go into the Silver Edge. See if we can make anything of this. As they push the bottom tier 2, should get the tower. Liquid Fire, cleaning up the creeps, cleaning up the tower, and they'll take the outpost with it.
More map control to them, and also more XP advantage to them. How far is he away from the heart? Just about 1k, and I think with that heart online, they definitely want to start. Try and pressure them a little bit. They glyph the mid-wave. Very interesting. So they want to aggress here.
I've got Exorcism to do so. I've got everything.
A very interesting glyph if they don't use it now at all. Well, they don't.
Mm-hmm. Easy. Not too far off of this Ags. Be a significant difference maker.
Yeah.
Not too careful. Extreme might give them too much time.
Really needs level 20 though, for the Brooding's health. So otherwise he's still pretty fragile. It's very strong regardless though. But 20 is really like the big one. Hard down 200.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're giving them a lot of time to recover on Magma. Like, the Brewmaster didn't really have a game, but now it's almost with his axe.
Yeah,
it's really all he needs.
Massive.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Does he go Refresher right after that, you think? He's got Aeon Disc to try and survive, but is that like the definitive item that he needs, or would you like to see him maybe go for the Refresher?
I think he's gonna go for Aeon Disc pretty much no matter what. He just wants to be able to get the splits off. Maybe if he starts dominating really hard in those fights and doesn't feel the need for it, he'll skip it. But that's usually when, as soon as you decide that, you're gonna get silenced in the next fight and you feed. Oof.
Okay.
We're looking for who to beat out of there even.
We're looking to get that song and catch somebody, but Just unfortunate they get nothing. That is, again, not the play that you're looking for.
Certainly isn't. And Roshan respawn in 10 seconds. Super fast one. Who's gonna scout it out first? Both teams do Roshan really fast.
Yeah.
Dust is going to the Lincolns, farming up more and more and more.
They've got a trap.
Funny how both teams are just happy to farm.
Yeah, they're very happy to farm. It felt like it's been a bit of a farming fest after a couple of fights that had happened over towards mid. Definitely a bit surprising.
Alright, Axe completed.
Now might be the time to go for Magma. They've got the Zags. They have the double primal split.
Yeah. Very passive.
And the Daedalus is almost finished for the Templar Assassin, so...
Is he even going Daedalus? Yeah, he had the Lincolns queued up as well, so yeah. I like that. They need the damage. You want to one decisive fight. He has to be careful with that. Like, if he blinks in and gets silenced, he can die really fast.
And that's why he wanted the Aeon disc, but hasn't used that yet. Really, just both teams looking for an opening in a Roche. They haven't been able to find it yet.
Yeah, just keep putting in traps. Denied that trap. Now put another one in. I'm not so sure why XTREME is scared of doing Roche, to be honest. They have Naga Sleep as well for the pit. Exorcism, if they want to fight into that. Should be pretty free Roche, not gonna lie. But now they do the other option where they just start pressuring in the side lanes. Kind of free that Roche up for themselves.
What's this stalemate? Or who is this stalemate helping more?
Oh, he got silenced.
And they've got the silence. They have the primal roar, the force staff, trying to get him a moment to go into the primal split. He gets it off. BKB's been popped by Paparazzi. They've got themselves the Magnifier down. BKB from Kunkka too. Paparazzi taking some damage, but not enough. Kaz on the run back. They get the stun out onto the Weaver. Nobody dies on either side. They still have themselves another primal split. The exorcism comes through from Paparazzi, but it only has a fourth of the duration left. So TZ has an opportunity to go into the primal split once again and potentially cyclone and stop this Roche attempt from happening. And that's what he does. He blinks forward. He gets the stun on the Paparazzi. They go into the song. TZY, not anything he can do as he already threw the stun on the Paparazzi. They've got the Ice Path down. And now Dust trying out for the damage. Paparazzi with the Spirit Siphon and the Lotus Orb. They have the Ensnare onto the Kunkka. Kaz getting low once again. Tank coming in. We're going to get the right clicks out onto this Ogre Magi and maybe get the kill onto the Kunkka. Now back to form is TZY. They've got the Ice Path that locks up the Brewmaster. They get the kill onto the Kunkka. They got the Primal Split for the second time in this fight. It's out on the Templar Assassin. Dust in trouble. Ensnare is there. Force step not far enough. Goes into the meld and it's not enough from Dust or the rest of the team to save this Templar Assassin, and now they'll move their attention over to the Brewmaster. DY moving forward, has Macropyre, Ice Path in a second. They got the kill on a Mercy. They take out the Shadow Demon. Does not land it, but Old 11 continues to move forward, throws those axes out, and won't hit in time as he blinks over to the bottom lane where the tier 2 once stood.
Yeah, that was a massive fight without losing anything really. The only thing they used is Exorcism. Well, their cooldowns really, they lost nobody. Naga is continuing to grow bigger and bigger. Going into the Hex next. DP, BKB, 3000 health, massive amount of armor. Oh, this game is looking really bad for Magma at this point. And they keep going back to that first phase TA. I really don't like it. It gets exploited so much.
What do they do if they're on the side of Magma down 15,000 now? This might be the last fight. Snare comes out on the TZ. And tier 3 getting low. Extreme, we'll see if they can find their confidence to take the high ground. We saw Magma dealing with that in the last game, but will Lou and the rest of Extreme Gaming be the same?
Can't really stop this Naga at this point is the biggest problem. They picked the Brewmaster to counter it, but the spell doesn't even put them below half anymore. Just at half-ish. So what is your answer gonna be? I don't know at this point, honestly. Kunkka isn't a whole lot of damage against Naga. Because the illusions have how much armor? 29. Not happening. Only way you kill Naga this game is if you completely like isolate her. Either at the beginning of the fight or after the entire team is dead. Which is very unlikely to happen at this point, because they're all pretty damn tanky.
Really needed to get that Roche on the side of Magma to get this to start to go their way.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Dire are scanning.
I'm a little surprised that Extreme are just kind of playing this a little bit more passive with the Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, they still have 2 minutes, so there's still plenty of time to use it. But I agree. Thought that would be a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time, we just saw it in the last game, right? What Magma did. You can just starve out your opponent if you want to.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bloodthorn. Wow. For tank. Catch DY. And the torrent lands. They'll get the damage and the kill, but here comes Lou. This is a problem. Lou coming forward, and he's got that Hex, but doesn't have the help just yet. Now they've got the double silence coming through from Paparazzi. The Primal Roar is used, but the disruption to try and save him. Lotus Orb, BKB's all coming in. Bai trying to get something to happen as he lands the torrent onto the Naga Siren, who still has this Aegis. The Aegis on Lou is only there for a minute. It's more than enough time to make something happen in this fight. The Dive Bomber. Bird comes down out onto Kaz, and Tank gets credit for that kill, using the Bird to start that one off. Back to form for TZ. Blink in, Thunderclap, and has another Primal Split if he wants to go to it, and that's exactly what he's going to do with Paparazzi still full health. But now, no longer with the Exorcism. Trunka salving up, Lotus Orb once again, Tank waiting over to the sides. They've got the Torrent to land on a Lou. Lou still working with this Aegis. They've got the Dive Bomber again, and they have the song to set up potentially the end of this game. But Dust blinks away. They've got the silence out of the Shadow Demon. They look over at the Kunkka. Bai trying to run away. He gets into the Silver Edge. They get the kill there on a Mercy. Paparazzi getting hit by Dust, but he doesn't quite care for this damage. No more Primal Splits. They've got the Fear. They'll get the kill on a TZ. Dust trying to hit away and make something happen, but he can't do anything. Ice Path on a 2 with the Magma. The right click damage coming in from Tank. They get the kill on a Mercy. Mercy doesn't have fire as well. Just use it. Tank's got himself an Ultra Kill. This Weaver, an Ultra Kill looking for the Rampage, trying to find something. Bai gets back into the base, and they won't have the damage to get him the Rampage, but they still are cleaning up. Old 11 ends up dead. He's got buyback available. Paparazzi with the BKB. The damage up from Dust still doesn't get the killing blow out onto the Death Prophet. Ice Path lands onto the Ogre Magi as well as the Brewmaster, but Paparazzi, DY go down to Bai. The Kunkka's finally outputting something, but Tank comes over with a Bloodthorn. The right click damage still not enough in the Silver Edge. The burn's not going to be there just yet, and now Lou trying to TP out and will, but Tank goes to the time lapse. These heroes on the side of Magma lock him down with the Sun. The right click damage from Dust. They have the X. They'll have the kill. Dust gets the kill and streak as Extreme extremely overstay their welcome.
Yeah, I don't know why they need to go to the fountain there. It was absolutely unnecessary. I think they were feeling themselves a little bit too much. I see the Ultra kill. Probably tried to give him a Rampage. But it doesn't end up happening. Still, there was... How many buybacks used? 1... 2, 3... Did everybody buy back? No, everybody but Kunkka. Okay, so 4 buybacks were used. It's still a very good fight for Extreme Gaming. Did Naga end up dying? No, right? He TP'd out.
No, TP'd out.
Yeah. So the biggest prize was kept away from them still. But I guess at least it shows that they do have the damage if they can isolate people. It's just, how do you isolate people when you have such a 5-man push draft? It's very rough.
Right.
As Beastmaster is giving so many good auras to his teammates. Going to Refresher next.
Crazy how long that went on. Paparazzi just standing his ground. He's got this Lotus Orb. He has the survivability to just kind of stay near. He's also got that shard. So we talked about the shard change and Spirit Siphon pure activation time, which did show its effectiveness a little bit in that fight.
Okay, now DP even more tanky. Another plate man picked up. So that kill is going to get a whole lot harder. How is TZY looking? Almost into this Refresher Orb after the last fight.
Dire are scanning.
There is a potential comeback here for Magma. It's hard, but not impossible.
Short about 250 gold from this Refresher. Timeless Relic, Telescope there for Extreme Gaming.
It's going to take the Timeless.
Death Prophet takes the
Beastmaster,
Spell Prism and Beastmaster, yeah, he's got it.
Makes it a good, 5-second roar. Not too shabby. All right.
19, now 20,000 net worth lead.
Yeah, might just be waiting for another Roche again. I noticed that a lot of the teams today are very, very, very conservative. Like if this was EU or another region, I think we would have seen a lot more high ground attempts.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause like it's good and bad, right? Like you are giving them sort of a way back into the game as well. The Brewmaster now with his Refresher, it's gonna be very problematic to deal with. TA deals a ton of damage. I feel like as though if they just push a little bit earlier, they would have had a massive advantage before all those core items come out.
Right. Let's see what is next. Going Radiance on Brewmaster. Okay.
I don't think it's gonna reach that part of the game. It should
Maybe.
end relatively shortly.
30 seconds till Roche. It seems that's what Extreme Gaming are waiting for.
Yeah, might as well this time. And maybe it's a free axe even for... I don't know.
What?
Any good.
All chatting?
Oh, yeah. Mercy, we've seen yesterday already with the shy face. He likes to talk in all chat.
Yeah. Bloodthorn for a Lou now, too.
Up for Lou. Free axe scepter for Lou, probably.
Yep.
Yeah. Now the game became quite a bit harder again. Also, of course, the cheese. Who's that on? The prophet.
No
He's still got
surprise.
4,000 health himself. Oh, these health pools are just so big.
Honestly, if you're Magma, you have to try and go for that Roche. Like, defending your high ground against the Aegis is almost impossible, but getting the Roche might have been possible. Get the Hex out now, out on to the Brew. Dive Bomber to follow it up. It's the Kunkka and Extreme taking their time to try and get to the high ground and finish the game. 40,000, almost 41,000 net worth here for Lou.
Your admiral is on board.
25
Back up a little
Naga, he's going for the cooldown talent. Okay.
Ah, the Riptide armor.
Yeah, minus 15 is a lot. I choose not to go for it.
Dust was waiting. Blink in, Thunderclap Silence comes through as well as the Hex, but they've got themselves the Primal Split. They're going to try and make a move out on Alu. Goes into the Manta. TZ, Cyclone up onto the Naga Siren and sends him back down to Earth with the Torrent landing out onto the Naga Siren as well. There's so much needed here to try and get the damage out to get this kill on Alu. They've got the Fire Blast stunning him up for just a second, but back to form is DZY, who will get hexed by Alu. Disruption's there for the save, and a silence coming out of the four of these heroes on the side of Magma. Right click damage onto Old 11, doing some work. Finally pops the BKB. They've got the traps down, trying to do something there, but they've got the disarm out on a Dust. So the right click damage just isn't there for this Templar Assassin. And they pop the BKB on both the Templar Assassin as well as the Kunkka early into this fight. But they get the damage onto Old 11. The song's a little bit late to save the Beastmaster. He's got buyback, but they don't have the Primal Roar to go with this. They look over at Dust. There's the Ice Path and the damage, but the disruption, the Torrent all coming through with the Ghost Ship. They'll buy back on the Beastmaster. They've got Dust backing up with BKB. Now trying to run it off, but they have so much damage, so much. Just keep with this tick. They buy back. They've got the Crypt Storm. They get the kill out on the tank. Tank's going to need the buyback. They also got the kill on the DY, so both supports have fallen. The buybacks are starting to get used.
Lu's going to die for the first time
sides.
here.
Lu might die. Lu's got the Aegis, but now he no longer does, as he's going to respawn in just 3 seconds. And when he comes back up, do they have what it takes to get this kill? Primal Roar, they've got the silence out on both those heroes. They get the kill on Alu, taking out Old 11, who bought back. Lotus Sword reflects the Cyclone, but they've got the damage. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Paparazzi, and somehow, some way, Magma have defended.
Yeah, 4 Brewmasters
from
do that to you.
XTREME.
And that's what I spoke about. Like, you have this massive network fleet, but why do you wait so long that they get back into the game with these items, potentially, you know? If you didn't have those 4 splits, the game is over right there. Like, you did that to yourself. Now, Naga probably has to buy back, or maybe DP will deter them enough.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Kunkka, 9,400 gold, but nothing but just yet. Thinking about going into the Divine Rapier.
I don't even need it. Naga doesn't want to buy back, cause if he buys back, it dies.
Game's
over. They're going Throne?
They'll try to go Throne to think about maybe getting the buyback out from Lu. They've got the Lotus Sword. They have the silence on a Dust. Dust hit with the Ice Path now. Paparazzi with it disarm. They get the buyback coming out here from the Naga Siren. Now they look over at TZY. TZY silence, and he's got. Has buyback though. Ogre caught too. They've got the silence as well as the Ghost Ship going into the Paparazzi. These heroes need to get out. EKB, TP from Dust. Kunkka out. Mercy, he's gone.
I didn't think XTREME was a team that this really could happen to too easily. These sorts of like being really far ahead and then having a comeback happen to you.
Kunkka is
going to the Rapier.
Got 11,000 gold. Unfortunately, it's February, and you're gonna need to get your gift soon, and it will be the Divine Rapier. And he's gonna have it. They have to hold the high ground once again.
He's there 6k gold though.
Brewmaster. He's got right now 3 primal splits. Holding his buyback. Holding their ground, holding this game potentially to bring it all back.
Can't really imagine that XTREME might now be on the brink of actually losing this game.
Yeah, Lu bought back, and I think if he dies again, that might just be it.
Yeah, again, it's pretty hard for him to die though, if the entire team's actually around him. So. Like, last fight was very strange how everything happened. They kind of like trickled in one by one, weren't entirely on the same page, weren't sure how to take the fight. Shouldn't happen again though.
Yeah. Definitely shouldn't happen again. What do you think they need to do going into this fight?
Extreme.
Yeah.
They're gonna make sure that they can actually focus the target down. Like the disruption saves have been spot on. Like make sure you get an ice path on top of the disruption. No, but the biggest problem is just Brewmaster has an ult for 80 seconds, basically. 80 seconds of the fight, Brewmaster is just gonna be in split form. Dispelling, cycloning, stunning, dealing damage with it. Like this axe we've seen many times just win games by itself. Axe professional, sorry.
Step lively now.
So
Your admiral is on
I took a look. People were saying I wanted to see if anybody knew what Mercy had said in chat, and apparently he had said come high ground.
And it did.
And they didn't finish. Wow. By the way, by Divine Rapier, Divine Rapier, Divine Rapier, Divine Rapier. 4 of them. Good up. Roche, by the way, 50 seconds. Maybe.
I'm gonna say 90 seconds.
I'm going to say
74 seconds.
25. It's going to be
I
a
say
quick one.
74. Alright, 5-man Roche, just 30 seconds before Roche responds. 5-man Smoke, sorry.
Radiant are scanning.
But 5-man Roche soon too.
Potentially. If they can win this fight. Oh, they're going to go to the Primal Split immediately. And there's the Exorcism coming out.
It's on the SD.
They
SD's
get the
dying.
kill on the Mercy. They take out the Shadow Team, and the Primal Warriors out on the Dust. They get the kill onto the TA.
The game is just over.
Yeah, 3 heroes are just dead, and Kunkka can't do anything. Wow.
Why?
Okay, they just got blown up. Everybody just got blown up. Okay. Goes into the Primal Split. I don't know what happened. Everybody just died so quickly. And they're going to get the kill into the Brewmaster. There's nothing they can do. Everybody just dies. They buy another Divine Rapier for him to try and hold on the Kunkka, but they died so fast.
Where's the first Rapier? Oh, it's on tank. He's
All of a
putting out the
sudden-
big damage numbers.
Yeah, he's a Weaver in the 4 position with 27,000 net worth.
Oh,
Does
they're
have
trying to desperately
buyback.
hold.
He has the gold. He just doesn't have it up. Kunkka
Yeah.
is going to try and get the cleave, and we'll get DY low.
Radiant's middle
Almost.
has fallen.
Easy has another Primal Split after this.
Has fallen.
Active
Just focus
form.
on
There's the
going, though.
silence, and he's feared up. Lotus, and the Tidebringer once again. Liquid Fire, 13 seconds till they have the Shadow Demon, 20 seconds till they have themselves the Ogre. Only one tier 4 is going to go down so far, but they do have Mega Creeps. Makes it a little bit harder for them to defend if they do get that far into this. By the way, TZ has no more Primal Splits after this. They've got the break onto the Nagasar, and the Macropyre laid down with the Ice Path. Primal Roar comes out onto this Brewmaster. They've got themselves the Shadow Demon saved with a disruption, but Lou just focusing his attention onto the throne. They get the kill on a TZ, and they'll get the game. Extreme will finally lock it up after a bumpy road to the end.
Yeah, that was a lot harder than it should have been for Extreme Gaming. Definitely watched the last team, but I'm really surprised how they just ran out of the base like that. Ran high ground, no vision. SD gets taken out instantly by the Weaver. Like, you put yourself in a really good spot, and then you put yourself in a really bad spot.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense at all.
I'm so confused though. Like, they're sitting on the high ground for I don't know how long. They get like 30k plus gold lead, and they lose a fight like what, 7-2 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Extreme Gaming did in that fight, but it was very, very, very wrong.
Yeah, it was sloppy towards the end, but they still get the victory. They're still on road right now to take the grand final with a 1-0 lead, but Magma maybe some confidence in holding that game, just even a slightest bit. And we'll take a quick break before we go into game number 2. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. Stay right there. See you in a sec.